A Troy athlete gears up for the national stage.
And members of the athletic department prepare for the annual Trojan Tour. Stay tuned, Troy. TrojanVision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network, Troy, Alabama's International University. This is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for Tuesday, May 31st, 2016. I'm Ryan Renfro.
And I'm Samantha Charles. Thank you for joining us this evening.
A Troy University track and field athlete is taking her talents to the national stage. Sophomore discus thrower Javen Wortham qualified for a spot in the NCAA championships over the weekend after her performance at the NCAA East preliminaries in Jacksonville, Florida. Wortham finished with a 52.96 meter throw, finishing in 8th place. The top 12 finishes qualify for the NCAA championships, which begin on June 8th. The throw set a new personal best for the sophomore, and the NCAA championships are on June 8th through the 11th in Eugene, Oregon.
Over 300 high school juniors were on Troy's campus over the weekend, learning lessons in leadership at the annual Hugh O'Brien Leadership Conference. Deidre Green has the details.
While most high school students were out relaxing and enjoying their Memorial Day weekend, these high school sophomores were learning a thing or two about how to take their leadership skills to the next level.
It's a leadership conference for high school sophomores, soon to be high school juniors. Come in for a 3-day conference here at Troy University, learn a little bit more about leadership, who they are as a leader, how they can influence their spheres of influence, and then also how they can impact society as well.
Although there are fun moments like these, Hobie has a few different activities set up to help mold these students into our future leaders.
They do a lot of different personality profiles. They'll do some leadership activities, hands-on leadership activities where they work with groups and things of that sort. And then one of the things we'll be doing this afternoon is a service project where we'll be putting some fleece blankets together for those in need.
One high school student explains why she thinks all high school students should be able to experience the Hobie program.
I think it's very educational, and also it grows and develops our skills as leaders.
Hobie International has held conferences throughout the 50 states and internationally since 1958. Deidre Green, Troy TrojanVision News.
One boy and one girl representing the state of Alabama who attended this weekend's seminar will get to attend the Hobie World Leadership Congress in Washington, D.C. in late July.
Troy's Johnson Center for the Arts has the work of 2 artists on display this month, and on Thursday night, art lovers had the chance to hear directly from the artists responsible for the exhibits. Jalen Bivens has the details.
Thursday night, the Johnson Center held an art reception and lecture for the public to meet and view artists Chris Beck and Lindsey Berging's art.
It all started with an ironing board. I had been working with metal before I started doing some of the closing stuff, and I found this ironing board, didn't know quite what to do with it. I thought it'd really be cool to try to make a shirt to put on it like it was being ironed.
Beck says that out of all the sculptures that he's done, he has 2 favorites, a Converse sneaker and a shirt he calls Sherman.
So what I love about Sherman is I use rusty roofing off of barns, and I just feel like you can actually see the guy there. There's motion and there's movement, even though it's a very hard and rigid material.
While Beck's inspiration was more material, Berging says hers was more spiritual.
When I was about 40, I felt like God spoke to me and said, I've given you a gift and you've wasted it. So at that time, I started painting.
Though there were many people at the reception, there was one particular painting that meant a lot to a young man.
The one behind me of Junior Sullivan, he was my grandfather. He passed away 5 years ago, and it was after the summer it snowed.
Berging's exhibit will run through June 18th, and Beck's work will be on display until June 26th. Jalen Bivens, Troy TrojanVision News.
If you're interested in seeing the work currently on display in the Johnson Center, it is open Wednesday through Friday from 10 to 5 and Saturday from 10 to 3. The Johnson Center is located on Walnut Street in downtown Troy.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Testimony is set to resume in the ethics trial of Alabama House Speaker Mike Hubbard. Prosecutors are expected to call a number of influential lobbyists and company owners as witnesses. Prosecutors say Hubbard asked the people to either make investments in his debt-ridden printing company or to help him find clients.
Montgomery police are investigating 5 separate shootings that killed 2 people and injured 5 others in the span of 4 days. Police said in a news release that 7 people were shot in the city over the Memorial Day weekend, beginning late Friday. Both fatalities occurred after an early Monday shooting in southeastern Montgomery. Police say one man was pronounced dead at the scene, while another man died at a hospital. No one is in custody in connection to any of the shootings.
And the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency is investigating a fatal police shooting in East Alabama. A statement from the agency says a Lincoln police officer shot and fatally wounded a man at a discount food mart in East Aboga on Saturday. The man was reportedly armed with a gun when he was shot. State authorities haven't released details about what happened, but they say the officer was not injured.